Good morning, folks. The active region that gave us the M-class solar flare has calmed back down quickly. Got more big plasma filaments visible at the limb here. The million-kilometer-long plasma filament that we saw before has begun departing the Earth-facing side of the Sun. It held on all this time with no eruptions. Now we begin to say goodbye as another filament comes in behind it. Something interesting. In the wake of the M2 solar flare we saw yesterday and the massive CME, a small sun-diving comet could be seen on approach. It never made it to the corona, but its time proximity, arriving as the CME cloud released, suggests a possible trigger event, seen that many times before. Solar wind is fairly steady the last day, and within normal range, leaving Earth's magnetic shield calm and doing just fine. The solar flaring went silent after yesterday's eruption, and we also see decay and departure in our previously complex sunspots, leaving only the incoming active region. Tough to see how this one flared before, as we've got negative umbras in the lead with puny positive trailing cores. Doesn't look complex, but we'll see what it gives us today. Right now a heliocentric geometry is coming together. Four-way lineup of Uranus, Mars, Sun, and Mercury, now only about 60 hours away. Gong shows the negative coronal hole facing Earth today, but also the next positive opening coming in up north, top left. This is reflected in 211 angstroms, with the top left dark patch as the next coronal hole coming in. Top quakes of the last day were in the Indian Ocean, straddling the subcontinent in the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Also had some rumbling just east of there near the Philippines. Got a link below to the smiling galactic structure. You can learn how gravitational lensing creates this image in the heavens. Although this alert has now been removed from RSOE, reports came in of a strontium contamination around the Vermont Yankee nuclear station. They claim the levels are low and not in the water supply. As an opponent of geoengineering, I found this article short-sighted in its favor of weather modification, but I'll let you read and decide for yourself. Let's come to the weather. Record snow. Record cold. For some areas, this winter's been one of the worst ever recorded. We're not done yet. Let's come to the wind map, where a north-central low is driving counterclockwise as usual. Warm air coming up the leading east convergence, while frigid Arctic air slips around the west side and to the south. Temperature delta illuminated. We also have a system of lows in the desert. We can expect rain and snow in New Mexico and Colorado, while the north remains in the throes of winter. In Europe, check out this wicked convergence stretching across nearly the entire North Atlantic. You know the clouds know exactly what to do about that, most strongly sticking to that convergence area for the time being. Down under, a convergence reaches just the southeastern tip of Australia, while the moisture flow off the water continues affecting the coastal areas. No major alerts tonight, but any weather shares to the contrary would be appreciated. We've got your current conditions followed by shots of our star to close. It's 6:20 a.m. in the east, 3:20 a.m. out west. Eyes open. No fear. Be safe, everyone.